Yo, what's up, guys? Friday, TGIF, March the 19th. What's going on? Hope you're all doing well. Chris Phillips, as always, here, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Let me get this fixed. There we go. All right, the bad boy's good enough. Hey, big day today in sports, right? Some argue this is the best sports day of the entire year. I don't know if you guys would feel the same way, but definitely a big sports day. I would say this is the day we find out who plays for fun and who has a gambling problem. That's what we find out on a day like today and tomorrow and the rest of this weekend. But again, hope you're all doing well. TGIF, folks. I'm Chris Phillips, host of the Spurs Up Show and the Daily Crow, of course, as always. We got a packed show today. A lot to get into. Obviously, Gamecocks baseball taking on Vanderbilt this weekend. But again, we can talk about anything you guys want because, again, this is a really big sports weekend. We've got football starting spring practice tomorrow. We've got March Madness literally getting underway in 15 minutes. I'm going to try to stream one of the games on my TV. And it's, here's the thing. I'm not really – so I'll tell you guys this before. Actually, let me do the ad read, and then we'll kind of dive in it because I have a funny story behind like my thoughts on March Madness and all that good stuff. So before we get going, guys, I do want to tell you about our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Flex Squad Fitness. And guys, CJ Profit, the man behind it all, has been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. And the reason he's so good at what he does, guys, is because he's been there and he's done that. He struggled with his own weight for many years until he eventually lost 85 pounds himself doing the exact same type of training that he does at the gym. And guys, at Flex Squad, they do one-on-one and small group training. Their program's a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. And guys, the goal is to not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, make them stronger and more confident on the inside. Again, guys, like I said, the reason he's so good at what he does, he's been there, he's done that, he knows exactly what you're going through mentally, physically, everything. He's going to put together a custom plan for you, workout plan, nutrition plan, everything you need to be successful and hit all your goals, guys. The place changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking the door. You'll probably just wish you did it sooner. And guys, right now they offer a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes or 2 free one-on-one sessions, see what they're all about. Or guys, if you go there right now, tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. You're going to get your first month free. Guys, also very excited to announce we are going to be doing our workout session next Saturday at 9:30. I'm going to put out the graphic today promoting that, but really, really excited for that. So again, that's our friends at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump out to the phone lines. My good buddy, Skyland tried to call in. Skyland, call back in again if you want to talk. Sorry, man, I was doing the ad read. But no, so the funny story behind like March Madness, because I think I saw Phil or somebody else commenting on it, which, by the way, I see, Phil HML, Todd saying he's coming in from Loveland, Colorado. Love that. AN, Elizabeth Ballard, Barron, Chuck, everybody. What's going on? Cody Gaskins, when's the Martin news coming out? I think by end of weekend, we should be hearing an official word. Yes, sir. Sky, every day noon to 1, man. Every day noon to 1. Goodness. Every day noon to 1, Skyland. Skyland, every day noon to 1, man. I don't know how you don't know the schedule at this point, bro.
Oh, my bad, dude. My bad. I usually, I'm at work, and I thought it was 12:30 to 1:30.
Yeah, well, it's 12 to 1, my guy. 12 to 1.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. What's going on?
I was calling to tell you I got you a ticket for next Friday night.
These are my favorite kind of phone calls, Skylar. If you're going to interrupt me, this is the way to do it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was going to tell you next Friday I got you a ticket.
All right, let's get it then. Yeah, Florida, right? Yeah, Florida, the Florida series.
Yep.
There we go. So, are you? I'm curious, man. I was watching highlights earlier this morning of Kumar Rocker throwing his slider. What do you think the approach has to be at the plate for us to have like any success at all? We're talking about a guy that has not given up a run in 4 starts.
Make him locate his slider and hit the fastball.
Yeah.
You got to make him locate first. You can't go down and beat yourself. You can if he's on, of course, but you got to make sure he's on before
right.
you go swinging at his slider.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the
Obviously,
biggest key is just don't strike out. I mean, like if if anything else, man, like just don't strike out. Like just find a way to put it in play. I think playing a little small ball wouldn't be a bad idea. You got some speed with, Allen can run a little bit. Wimmer, of course, can run. I don't know. I think trying to maybe get creative. When you do get guys on, I think, you don't want to take the bat out of guys' hands, but hitting and running and just trying to get creative, trying to make something, trying to make them uncomfortable. Because the last thing you want Kumar Rocker and or Jack Leiter to get is comfortable. Because once they get comfortable, you basically have no chance. So,
and I think we took off record, and we both said that we started the season too hot. And Vanderbilt only lost 2 games. Their destiny is to cool down too. So maybe this is the weekend they get cooled off.
Yeah, that's the beauty of baseball, man. You just never know.
Yeah.
So.
Once again, my friend, I apologize.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
I was able to pick up tickets, and I was like, I gotta call Chris.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate it, man. That's awesome. I'm fired up for it. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Really fun series.
If you can look out for me, look out for Saturday for me.
Yeah, no, trust me, I'm gonna be looking out all weekend. I'm curious before I let you.
They released the follow burn.
I did see that. Yeah, that you've got to buy them in pods of 4. But I mean, that's. I think, bro, they had to see what Florida was doing. It's like, why are we not doing that?
Correct.
And
Saturday's already sold out, and I was able to get Friday and Sunday.
Nice. Very good. Very, very good.
So I will have one for Sunday, too.
Nice. Before I let you go, Skyland, I'm curious, are you a March Madness guy at all?
Man, to be honest with you, I think I told you last night over the phone, I didn't watch much of basketball at all.
Right. I got you. I'm just curious.
I complained a lot, and I should have watched more, but I mean, there was nothing to interest me to watch.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Some people love it. Some people don't give a damn. So,
it's baseball season. To be honest with you,
yeah.
I'm tired of it. When I bought them tickets, like something clicked, and I was at work just yelling.
Yeah. Well, I think my only interest in the NCAA tournament this year is watching Rutgers hopefully beat Clemson tonight. That's who they play, I think, right? Rutgers.
Yes.
So hopefully watching Rutgers beat Clemson. That's like my only interest.
Yeah. Do you have a team that you expected to make a run?
I mean, dude, I did a bracket and I picked Gonzaga just because everybody's picking Gonzaga. I mean, I'm like you, man. Outside of South, and I know you didn't, really watch South Carolina the last couple of weeks. I mean, outside of South Carolina, I didn't watch anybody play. I mean, I'm not a college basketball diehard. I'm about to get into the story, but I used to be like a pretty big gambler. And so I used to really be in March Madness and college basketball just from that aspect. I mean, I used to gamble on it. Like, dude, I was gambling on like DePaul Creighton. Like, I mean, I was in it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I gamble now. I like to use this thing called Bovada.
Yeah.
Now, I do have Virginia Tech kind of making a run at the thing, but I think I got them getting beat in the Sweet 16.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Alabama made a run, which sounds crazy.
I got them in the Final Four, to be honest with you. I got them actually in the national championship game.
Dude, the rich get richer when it comes to that fan base. Like, you just won a national title in football. Is that not enough? You take basketball too.
That's correct.
Meanwhile, we're over here debating whether asking to go to the NCAA tournament more than once every 5 years is reasonable. Meanwhile, Alabama's winning national championships in 2 sports. Just wild.
That's correct.
Just wild.
Before I go, I want to compare fan bases, and I might be wrong here. And some people might not like this, including you. Clemson's head coach has done more with Clemson than Frank Martin has done with South Carolina, and Clemson fans are calling for his head almost every other year. But we have fans that think he's God. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way our fans think.
No, I think that's honestly fair. I mean, I don't know if fans would like to hear it, but I think that's fair. Yeah, Brownell hasn't done a horrid job with Clemson. I mean, hell, they're in the tournament. You'd have thought they had a bad year this year, and they're in the tournament. So, I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, he's getting them there. So, And they're in a way tougher comp. I mean, you know, the SEC's gotten a lot better, don't get me wrong, but they're still in a tougher conference. It's a tougher road for them to get there.
Yes, sir.
So,
well, of course, we're going to watch the game tonight. I hope it goes our way. Last weekend, if people really understand baseball, we was in it all 3 games.
Yeah.
We could have won all 3 games last weekend. So things didn't go our way.
Yeah, I mean, you
Friday
just got to.
Saturday, it was a game of inches down the baselines Friday night. It was inches of being fouled.
Yeah.
It could have went either way. I just hope people understand that you're facing first and second pick of the MLB draft.
Right,
and
right.
It's not going to be easy.
Right. Yeah, you hope that maybe, you know, kind of what you saw against Texas Friday where, you know, they had so many balls just eke inside the line and, you know, hopefully we get those. You know, sometimes it just comes down to stuff like that. So hopefully, you know, maybe the ball bounces our way and, you know, obviously you're the big, you know, I'm not really worried about this side of it, but you're going to need Thomas Farr and Brandon Jordan to shove. And, you know, like I said, like I told you, man, the recipe I think it's not easy, but it's very simple. You're going to need Thomas Farr and Brandon Jordan to pitch like bona fide aces, and you're going to need your lineup to just find a way to scratch across 2 or 3. You know, if you can do that,
that's correct.
You have a chance. So
that's correct. I just hope that we can go out here and at least fight. I don't expect to win the series. I don't expect it at all. But if we can go out there and fight and battle, I'd be just as happy as if we won the series, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because, like I said, Vanderbilt's probably my only lock to go to the College World Series.
Right. Yeah, no, they're a good team, man. They're nasty. So they're nasty.
All righty, well, I'm going to get off here and let you do your show.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the ticket, man. I'll definitely hit you up after I get off of here.
I'll send it to your phone.
So, all right, man. Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Later. Good stuff. Starting off here on 879-3377, guys. You can see I'm pulling out the vibes, by the way. I don't care if it's Kumar Rocker, if it's Jack Leiter, Fear the Reaper. Let's get it. So, again, back to what I was going to tell you guys. Funny story in regards to March Madness, and I see Phil saying March Madness is March dullness without Carolina. So, a funny story. Like I told you guys, I used to be, like, really into gambling. Like, I used to really gamble. 2016, again, this is pre-TSUS, obviously. I'm living in Charlotte. Because normally March Madness starts Thursday. It's Thursday, Friday, right? And then it goes into the weekend. And, you know, people say those are the best sports days of the year because you have it's literally basketball nonstop from noon till like midnight. Like it's all day long. You guys all know that. I literally took off from work Thursday and Friday, not to go anywhere, not to do anything particularly. I took off Thursday, Friday to sit there and watch college basketball and place bets all day long. All day long. That's all I did. So I used to really get after it when it comes to gambling on college basketball and March Madness and all that. So I'm really, and once I started doing TSUS, let's go. This is cool. I don't know. Can you guys hear that? Should I turn it down? Why is there... Oh, closed cache. Cut that off. Okay. Can you guys hear that, by the way? Okay. I don't think you can. Anyways, I used to gamble heavy, though. And then once I started doing TSUS, I was pursuing the business. And, I had, I really just got tired of the stress of it and the unnecessary stress, if you will. So it was fun times, though. It was good times. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun, for sure. So, again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Florida is about to play Virginia Tech, Savannah. So, I didn't want you guys to hear it. I didn't want the audio to be too loud or anything. But again, locked in on your questions, comments, everything else. Gamecocks taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores tonight. And a quick reminder, episode 404 did drop this morning. Great podcast, giving my official prediction for South Carolina Vandy this week. And also my quick thoughts from Shane Beamer's presser yesterday that, of course, we all tuned in and listened to. But a great podcast, a great show, guys. Be sure to check it out. And, of course, if you guys did not hear, I will tell you, I did pick Vanderbilt to win 2 out of 3 this weekend. Obviously, when you're going against Rocker and Leiter, it's tough to pick the Gamecocks to win the series. I mean, nobody's going to be picking them to win the series. You got to see something from that lineup. You got to see a lineup that's able to hit with runners in scoring position and take advantage of opportunities. But again, I tell fans this, and I'm not saying don't cheer as hard as you can and don't be disappointed and don't expect the best and everything, but please just keep in mind when and if we struggle at the plate the next 2 days, the next 2 nights, whatever. When that happens, please just try to keep in mind that we are facing the 2 best pitchers in college baseball, okay? They're going to shove it up a lot of teams' booties this season. I'm just telling you right now. I mean, these are not scrubs we are facing. So just keep that in mind that, you know what, when you face a guy like Kumar Rocker and or Jack Leiter, you just got to tip your cap to them. If they're on, you're not going to beat them. If they're on, you're just flat out not going to beat them. So, Kayla, how do you watch tonight? So tonight the game is on SEC Network Plus. So I will actually be sitting here in the studio, and that reminds me, guys, we have the live stream watch along tonight. I will go live at 7:15. We will watch the game. I'll be sitting in the studio watching the game at 7:30 is first pitch. I think my brother might be coming into town, planning on us getting some pizzas, having a night of it. I'll be sitting in the studio eating pizza, watching TV. Maybe we'll get some wings or something. Heck, I don't know. We'll have a good time, though, and hopefully watch the Gamecocks take game 1. Either way, I think it's going to be a really good series. I think it's going to be fun to watch. And all you can ask for is the opportunity, man, because I know fans are, oh, my God, they're dreading this weekend. As a competitor and somebody who played the game and somebody who, thinking about these players on this team, I think you got to be fired up, I think you got to be. I mean, you dream about playing this competition, and to measure yourself against this type of competition. And what a moment, what an opportunity it is for a Blake Cooper. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. Here was the difference for that team in 2010. And I'm certainly not comparing this team to 2010 or anything like that, or comparing Thomas Farr, Blake Cooper even. But Blake Cooper went out there every single Friday and beat guys like Kumar Rocker. He beat aces every single Friday. Can Thomas Farr be that guy for you? Let's go back to the phone lines. Yo.
Frank Martin's agent has officially been in contact with UNLV, and they're trying to work out a contract.
Where are you seeing this?
Well, I'm not telling you.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You're the guy behind the guy. Yeah. So yeah, it's
come on now.
Yeah. So it's going to come out this weekend that he's gone. So yeah, he's taking another job. UNLV. What an interesting job that would be.
Yeah, I would tell you personally, but I'm not telling the whole world who told me.
Right, yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to say, Skyline. Do you realize you're on the live? So just pick and choose your words carefully.
I'll get cut off fast.
Yeah,
you don't do that.
Pick and choose your words carefully. So
yeah.
Fair enough.
I know who tells you stuff. You know who tells me stuff.
Right. Yeah. No, I put out a little tease on Twitter just saying this morning that, hey, for those wondering, I'd expect us to hear, some news on Frank Martin by the end of the weekend. So
it is.
Yeah. So
even Whittle tweeted that. Like, before I called you, I went to check what John has been saying. Of course, like I told you last night. And while I still have it, I went to use it. Even Whittle said the same thing my guy told me about this morning. I forgot to tell you, I got so excited about baseball.
Yeah.
Well, the university is still looking to waive all penalties to buyout. Frank Martin leaves, of course. If we fire him, we owe him $6 million. But if he leaves us, he owes us $1 million. But of course, we're still probably going to waive all those fees.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the saga continues, man. The saga will continue. So I hope we find out something sooner rather than later. But I don't know. We'll see. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy.
Yeah, but as you know, I'm usually 100% correct with my guys.
Right. For sure.
He's
cool.
He's listening right now, laughing his ass off.
Yeah.
Because he listens to you. He hears everything. Every time I call in, he hears it.
Right.
So Yeah, he laughs every time he calls me. He says, "Oh, there you go."
Right. Yeah, it's
Alrighty,
crazy,
buddy.
man. It's crazy. All right, bro. Hey, I appreciate you calling.
All right, love you.
All right, thanks, man. Okay, so a quick update for you guys because I have been brutally honest in regards to what is going on here. Is this going to play or not? Is this going to play or not? Can we get March Madness on the TV or not? Anyways, so I have not been totally honest in regards to everything I've been hearing. Guys, I'll tell you again, this is just rumor, but what it's sounding like is we are going to know something 100% on the Frank Martin situation by the end of the weekend. And based on what I'm hearing, 95% chance he is not back. It sounds like it's very similar to the Chad Holbrook situation when he was let go or when he resigned, if you will. From what I've heard, they are helping Frank Martin to find another job, to keep appearances, to not leave anybody with a nasty taste in their mouth, and also to not have to pay him the $6 million buyout that he would be owed. So Frank Martin, by all accounts, is not going to be back as head basketball coach. So it's sounding like UNLV is one of those possible destinations. But, we should, again, be hearing by end of the weekend. So it's going to come out in the sense of Frank Martin is taking another job. But they are escorting him out the door, pretty much, if that makes sense. So, and that decision has been made since earlier this week. So, yeah, so that's it. So I don't know. For those of you that were hoping Martin wouldn't be back, I guess you got your wish. What is going on here? March Madness Live app is doing me no favors right now. Doing me absolutely no favors. I mean, it's just ridiculous, bro. Okay. Anyways. Christopher Miller says, not sure if anyone else feels the same way, but I'm excited for someone new and sad to see Martin go at the same time. Yeah, I feel the same way too. Just because I would have liked to seen him get a shot at redemption. But also at the same time, like, it does bring a new excitement to the program. It brings a new energy, if you will, to say, oh, we got a new guy. Let's see what he can do. You know what I mean? Instead of just kind of feeling like we're going to go through the same exact thing next season and be in this exact same situation at this time next season. So it's a shame. But again, I really think if fans try to take their emotion and their bias out of it and take the Garnet glasses off, it's like, guys, he has a losing record since the Final Four. Like, just, again, take all emotion and bias out. He has a losing record since the Final Four. That is a fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. So, I can tell you right now, the top name from what I've heard is going to be Mike Boynton at Oklahoma State. And if not him, I think they're going to go after Pat Kelsey at Winthrop. So, yeah, I think Boynton, though, is going to be their end-all, be-all, the guy they want. I think that's – but, I mean, would he leave? I mean, I don't know. Oklahoma State's not a bad little gig. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. By the way, anybody selling a MacBook? I'm in the market right now for a new MacBook, and I'm I'm trying to decide, guys, do I want to go with a brand new MacBook and pay that money, or do I want to go with like maybe a 2 or 3 year old MacBook and save about $1,000? But I don't know. I think I'm probably leaning towards just biting the bullet and getting the new one because it is an investment and it's something I need to, it's obviously the most outside of my phone. It's the most important piece of equipment for my business. But, you have to think about those things when, you're running a small business and you're on the small business budget. We're not over here making $1 million doing the Spurs Up show. So every dollar counts. So, but yeah, so we'll see what happens. But I'm planning on getting a new MacBook with literally within the next week. So I'm going to make the decision this weekend. Baron Gaston, off subject, where do I get a baseball card appraised at? Baron, if you want to DM me, I've got a buddy of mine that literally trades and sells and all that can really help you out. So if you want to DM me, I can direct you to him, and he's going to be able to give you a lot better answer than I will. So because, again, if you've got a card that you feel like or think or know has some value and you're trying to get the most out of it, I promise you he can help you do that. So. Damn it. Trip, what's going on? A brand new MacBook is the way to go. Yeah, I think I'm going to do they've got the MacBook Air. MacBook Air, the 13-inch. The new MacBooks are nice, too. They're really nice. So, yeah, I feel like after all this time, we deserve the new MacBook. I deserve the new MacBook. So this one that I'm on, and God bless it. It has done the job for me. But it is a 2013 MacBook. The fact it still runs is probably, saying a lot. The fact that it has the latest iOS and everything is crazy. But the storage is no bueno. So, going to be getting the max storage on it and everything. So, and you do make a good point. It's 100% a tax write-off for sure. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the move. Just say screw it, pull the trigger. But yeah, I've been looking, and it looks like you can either wait 2 weeks to get it, or I could drive to Augusta and pick it up. I might have to make the road trip back to the homeland and get the MacBook. If I'm going to pay that money, I want to have it in my hands immediately. I want to have it in my hands immediately. So let's see. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Also, let's talk spring football. Let's talk football. Football's in the air. Spring ball starting tomorrow. What are you guys most looking forward to? Is there anything that jumps out to you from spring practice? Again, I know it's, we're all excited, but what can you really take away? We're not going to be out there at spring practice. And I always caution people, don't take too much away from the spring game. Obviously there's a little extra juice this spring because it is Shane Beamer and his first spring in Columbia and all that comes with that. But, what are you guys most looking forward to? I've heard people talk about Marshawn Lloyd and Kevin Harris and the running back room, of course. Excuse me. Of course, the quarterback position, the quarterback competition. Anytime you don't have a true, QB1, which we all know Luke Doty was QB1 last year for the last 3 games, but anytime it's as wide open as it is for South Carolina, that's going to be a lead storyline for you. Of course, the defense, the wide receiver, everywhere. And I love what Shane Beamer said yesterday, and I said this on the podcast when he said, it's wide open. It's open competition across the board, and I think that's certainly how it should be. You're a 2-8 team. You've won 6 games the last 2 years, and I don't put all that blame on the players by any means, but you have a brand new coaching staff, brand new assistant. Open game, you know what I mean? The best man win, iron sharpens iron, let these guys compete. Whoever wins the job wins the job. So I do like that aspect. I like that way of doing things, having that open competition. And like I said, may the best man win the position battle. So it should be a lot of fun. Again, I don't think we're going to name a QB1 after spring ball, or I think they're going to let all the competitions bleed into fall camp, which I think is the best move. Again, you want guys to continue to compete and battle over the summer and in the fall practice and all that. But, I'll tell you this again, like I said a couple of days ago, after losing spring practice last year and just losing sports in general, I'm not taking spring practice for granted. Like I'm so excited that we even get spring practice. We get a spring game. By the way, guys, I don't know if you saw, but Gamecock Baseball just announced they're opening up the berm back up for Gamecock Baseball. So it's funny because Sal Connor said they're not increasing attendance, but is opening the berm back up not increasing attendance? I don't know, whatever. But we're moving in the right direction. That's what that's what feels good. We're moving in the right direction. So it sounds like, at least a couple more fans are going to be allowed at Founders Park, and the berm will be back opened up, and so at least that's a positive for us. So I'd imagine fans are going to be allowed at the spring game. So that's going to be a hot ticket, because it's not going to be 100%. That's going to be a hot ticket. I mean, dude, to go to the spring game, I will literally sit in the very top of Willie B. Just let me in. Just let me in. That's all I want. Just let me in. I don't care if I have to sit in the very, very top seat. So. Joshua Jenkins, Chris, you said you have Carolina winning one against Vandy. Which one do you think we win? Well, I think obviously the most likely is the Sunday game. Thomas Schultz, which it's so funny, man, because, you have this rotation of Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter, and you see their numbers and their records. I mean, Kumar Rocker is 4-0 with a 0 ERA. Jack Leiter is 4-0 with a 0.45 ERA. And then you got poor Thomas Schultz in the Sunday role. Like, how do you follow up those two guys? And it's so funny because Vandy's 13-2 this year, right? They've lost 2 games. He has the loss in both of them. I'm like, poor Thomas Schultz. So he's 1-2 with a 6 ERA. So I think their Sunday guy is very gettable. He's very beatable. So, I mean, most likely it would be the Sunday game. I mean, if you're going to win the series, here's the thing. You're not going to beat Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter. You're not going to do it. So if you're going to win the series, you got to find a way. You got to win Sunday, and then you just got to find a way to beat either Rocker or Leiter. Because, again, I just don't see any way you're going to beat both of them. I don't see any way. So, Thomas Walker said, I like their controlling what they can control right now. Can't control natural talent or freakish speed and size, but you control attitude, culture, and effort, and appears that is what they're doing at the moment. Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think nobody would question that the culture and attitude, and it's much better. Much, much better. Yeah, absolutely. So, Matthew Isaac, my first question, how will the offensive line be going into the season? With a running back like Harris, we need to utilize the positions we know we can. Yeah, you need a good O-line. Bottom line, you need a good offensive line. You got to have a good O-line, man. I don't give a damn how good your running back is. You better have a damn offensive line to protect. So, H-Man 998, I want to see renewed energy in the football team, which I think Beamer probably will build up over the spring and fall. Yeah, again, if nothing else, I think that's what you're going to see from this team this year. I don't know. I don't think they're going to win 10 games. I don't think, whatever. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. But overall, I do believe that this team is going to play. This team is going to play with a different sense of energy, a different sense of enthusiasm. I think you're going to see that on the field this fall, 110%. Sorry, guys, I was just reading. Carolina softball stadium suites are available now for single game purchase. How much? I want to ask you guys, how much do you think a suite at a softball game is? I'm really curious because I kind of want to get one. I kind of want to get one. I was like, why not? I've actually never even been to a softball game. What a way to take in my first one from the suite. So, Cody Gaskins, the way Carolina baseball is going, will win Friday and Saturday and then lose Sunday. Cody, I would take that in a heartbeat. I don't give a damn. If we win 2 out of 3, I don't care how it happens. Just find a way. Just find a freaking way. So just find a freaking way. Let's see. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. How do you guys, I'll tell you this, how do you guys feel about the Vandy series? Because overall, I'll tell you this, from the Gamecock side of things, I'm nervous. I'm nervous, Rocker and Leiter and what they bring to the table. But I'll tell you this, from just the college baseball and the baseball side of things, again, I almost hate this series isn't in Columbia, because I would love to just sit down and watch them pitch. I mean, again, if you have never seen these guys pitch, and I don't care if you're like the casual baseball watcher, I'm not even saying watch the entire game, but if you can, just watch an inning. I mean, these dudes are filthy. I mean, 96 to 98, both of them. Kumar Rocker's slider might be the best pitch in all of college baseball. Jack Leiter's demeanor with this, he does this thing and he'll just stand there, right? Guy takes time. He just stands there like this. Just staring him down. And then 99. Like, it's insane, bro. And, of course, Jack Leiter, the son of Al Leiter, big league pitcher. It's incredible. It's incredible. So if you have not gotten the opportunity, and, of course, tomorrow's game will be on the big channel. It'll be on SEC Network. Friday and Sunday on SEC Network, plus tomorrow's game on SEC Network. So, be sure to check that out. It's going to be a fun series, if nothing else. Again, and like I said, I urge Gamecock fans, as you watch this series, it might be a complete, we might get no hit twice. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't believe that'll happen, but just try to keep in mind, because I don't give a damn who you're playing. You ought to go out there and compete and find a way to win, whatever. But try to keep in mind that, like, we're facing some elite competition. So these two games, Friday and Saturday, again, these are games you're going to have to find a way. If you're going to win, you're going to have to find a way to win 2-1, 3-2, or maybe 1-0. I mean, you're just going to have to find a way. And that falls on the shoulders of, a Thomas Farr, a Brandon Jordan, a Jack Mahoney, a Will Sanders, a Brett Carey, a Danny Lloyd, those guys coming out of the pen for you and everything. It's, they're going to have to throw their best. And, it's funny coming from the pitcher side of things, because of course I pitched, and you don't want to go into a game saying like I don't want Thomas Farr, you don't want to say, oh, well, it's me versus him. Well, because it's really not. It's you versus their lineup, So you've just got to go out there and do your job. You can't worry about what he's doing and try to match what he's doing and try to, go toe-to-toe, whatever. He's going to pitch his style and do his thing and go his way. You got to trust your stuff and your way, do your, and just let the chips fall where they may, and trust that your teammates are going to be there for you and help you out. So, Stacey Christie got the weekend planned around it. I do as well, but I have every weekend planned around Gamecocks. So that's kind of where we are. Let's see. Joshua Jenkins, if you had to make an early prediction, what seed will Carolina be in the SEC tournament? Josh, it's way too early to make a prediction like that, man. I have genuinely no clue. I don't even want to make a prediction, because it's going to be such a guess that it's not even worth it. Baron Gaston's over a time that Gamecock needs to come back alive. Now is the time. Indeed. Christopher Gauntz, what do you think? I think we'll lose the first game and win the last two, or maybe just win one. Yeah, I mean, listen, I picked Vandy to win 2 out of 3. I did. And I think that, I think that's the pick right now, of course. It has to be the pick, with the way we've been struggling with the bats and all that. That has to be the pick. But listen, it's baseball. I mean, anybody can be beat. Anybody can get beat on any given night. You know what I mean? Hell, I think it was Georgia State won the Friday game that Kumar Rocker pitched. So it's possible, man. It is possible. I say the biggest thing, too, is this, though. The biggest thing is this. It's about having competitive bats. It's about having competitive at bats. Not letting Kumar Rocker fan you on 3 pitches. Like, making him throw pitches. Because that's the key. And, again, their entire staff is filthy. They got like a 2.45 team ERA. And it's Vanderbilt, bro. They've got horses on horses. I mean, it's not like the bullpen sucks. They got really good guys in the pen, too. But you figure you're going to have a much better chance against guys not named Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter. So, can you have competitive 7, 8, 9, 10 pitch at bats? Can you make these guys throw a lot of pitches? Can you knock them out of the game in the 5th or 6th inning? You know what I mean? Like, get to the bullpen as quickly as possible and give yourself a chance. Because, again, I just don't think I don't think you're going to go out there and touch up Kumar or Jack Leiter for 4 or 5 runs. I just don't see it. I mean, I don't think anybody. I don't think there's going to be many teams, if any, in college baseball that are going to do that. So, yeah, I just, you know. Let's see. Chris Miller, I honestly think we get swept by Vandy and win 2 out of 3 in the Florida series. The Sunday Vandy game is a toss-up, though. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think the Sunday game is your most likely win because, again, Thomas Schultz has shown he's very gettable, very hittable. I mean, again, I almost feel bad for the guy, dude. He's probably not a bad pitcher. I mean, dude, if you're pitching on the weekend at Vandy, you're a stud, bottom line, because they put out pitchers like nobody's business. It is a pitcher factory in Nashville. But, I mean, again, when you're having to follow up those first 2 guys, it's just like, dude, I mean, this is like nothing. You know what I mean? But that's certainly the game you're most likely to win. And, you know, I think that, you know, here's the thing. You've got to find a way to win one of the next 2. Yeah, you have to. You just, after getting swept against Texas and, you know, you want to get off on the right foot in SEC play and you have Florida at home. You can't lose back-to-back. You can't lose back-to-back series. You've got to find a way to take one of the next 2. I mean, obviously you like to take them both, but, you know, listen, it's a challenge and it's I guess it's improbable for sure, but what an opportunity for Gamecock baseball to kick the door open and say, hey, we're here. You know what I mean? Gamecock baseball's here. We, you know, we struggled against Texas, sure, and we lost a midweek we shouldn't, but, you know, we're ready to take over the SEC. We're ready to take the next step. Like, what an opportunity it is. You know, you look at it that way instead of looking at it as, oh, God, like how are we going to fare? How are we going to deal with this? Oh, goodness, you know, what are we going to do? You know, you look at it as an opportunity. I mean, bottom line. So I don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. We'll put it that way. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Joshua Jenkins, our goal should be to stretch Rocker's pitch count. Yeah, again, you got to make him work. You got to make him throw pitches. Got to make him throw pitch. Don't give him anything, too. If he's going to walk it, take it. So make him work. Adam Ritter, 42 minutes in, Ritter, a new record for you before you panicked about something. Adam Ritter says, I'm sorry, but I'm worried we may miss the regionals. Is it too early to panic? Yes, Ritter, it is too early to panic. It's too early. Bottom line, it's just too early. Yes, it's too early to panic, Adam Ritter. I mean, listen, I understand being frustrated and being concerned, but like panic to just hit the bro, we're just starting SEC play. I mean, we're literally just starting it. You're going to pack it in now? Come on, Ritter. Come on, Ritter. Be better. Be better. You're not going to see me get too high or too low, especially this early in the season. Again, you go lose the next 5 series in a row, yeah, I'm going to be panicking. But, dude, there's 10 SEC series to go. There are 41 games to be played. So, right, 41, right? Because we've played 15. Yeah, and there's 56 games. There's 41 games to be played. It is the opening weekend of SEC baseball. Yes, Ritter, it's too early to panic. If you've watched the game of baseball for long enough, you know anything can happen. Like, again, I know it's not probable. We could go out there and take 2 or 3 from Vandy. We could do it. We could do it. So it's possible. You know what I mean? Like I said, not probable, but it's possible. It's possible. So let's let it play out. Let's see what happens. Baseball's a funny game. I mean, here's the funny thing too, guys, is this. I know this is going to sound crazy, and maybe you guys are going to say, oh, Chris, you're just trying to be optimistic and whatever. But, I mean, dude, listen, I have played on teams where our hitters, if our hitters, and Trip Warwick is commenting, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. I've played on teams with hitters that our guys struggled against guys throwing 85. Couldn't hit them. Couldn't touch them. Made them look like Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine. And then we'd face guys throwing 95, and we're just hitting them all over the place. maybe this game, I mean, I know it sounds crazy and maybe it's not likely. It's probably not likely, but maybe our guys hit better. I mean, I don't know. Maybe our guys are more locked in and more focused and they hit better against the guy at the 197. I mean, hell, I don't know. I don't know. So, you know, you just never know. You just never know. You just flat out never know. Trip Work said, if I had 4 at-bats against Vanderbilt pitchers this weekend, how many hits do you think I would get? I'm going to go with a fat 0. Yeah, I mean, I respect the game, but I mean, dude, I just think back to when, like, I've seen 95 in the box, and it's like it's faster than that. So 97, 98 with the movement these guys have, no, we wouldn't touch it. We would not. We wouldn't even see it. We literally wouldn't see it. So, and God forbid he goes to the slider. I mean, God forbid. I mean, it is. I mean, they're Pitching Ninja, which is a great Twitter account, by the way, Trip. If you haven't followed this dude, he literally just puts up clips of pitchers, like how nasty their stuff is. But one of his favorite things to do is he'll overlay the ball. So he'll, like, it's video from a fastball and then it's video from a slider, and he'll overlay. So it shows you the break point and like all this. I mean, Kumar Rocker's slider, it is like, it's out of the hand. It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. It gets about 10 feet from the plate, and the slider just goes like this. And the fastball, I mean, it's insane. It's insane. So, and I mean, you think about it, when a guy's throwing that hard, you can't see spin. It's a dot. You can't see spin. So, Scott Stamey, what's going on, man? Chris Miller says, I can imagine facing a 98 mile an hour fastball. I think 70 mile an hour at the batting cage is just fast. Yeah. No, I hear you. No, it's, you know, and listen, our guys have seen it, though. They've faced guys like Will Sanders in practice and Danny Lloyd and guys that throw hard. It's not like we've never seen it before, but it's going to be a challenge. There's no question. It's going to be a flat out challenge, and you better bring your hitting shoes. So, and I mean, hey, Ty Madden was throwing 97 too. So it's not like, you know, we that's why I told you guys I'm kind of glad what happened last weekend happened in a sense. I mean, I'm not glad we got swept, but I'm glad we saw that type of pitching before this weekend. I'm glad we did. So, but again, you just never know, guys. And that's the beauty of baseball, and that's why I'm excited to watch, and I think it's going to be a really good time. And you know, hopefully, like I said, you're going to have to win the game 2-1, 3-2. You're going to have to. So hopefully we can scratch across a few, and then you lean on your guy Thomas Farr, and you lean on your bullpen. And I mean, what a huge win it would be for South Carolina to steal the Friday night game. You know, what a big win. But of course, listen, Vandy's a really good team, and you know they're trying to beat us too, and it's at their house. So you know they're certainly, you know, want to protect their home field, and they're not just going to allow us to go in there and get a W. So. You know, you got to find a way. And I can say this from the fan side of things, guys, like I told you, from the team side, I don't think you should ever be going into a series saying, oh, God, let's just not get swept. No, you should expect to win every series. Bottom line, that should be the expectations to win every day, right? That's what you expect, to do. But, you know, realistically, from the fan side of things, you just can't get swept. You got to find a way to at least win a game. You cannot get swept. That's the biggest thing. Trip says, I saw 95 one time, was very happy to get out of the batter's box hitting the 89 mile per hour changeup oppo because I was so late on it. Yeah, that's pretty. You know it's bad when you're late on the changeup. Yeah, that's how you, dude. It's crazy. I'll tell you who the most. By the way, on like an off, different subject. Has anybody watched Jacob deGrom pitch? This guy's throwing a 93 mile an hour changeup, like a split change. I mean. That's just not fair. It's just not fair. Baron Gastine's throwing that hard. I say just sit on one pitch, forget about the rest. I mean, you almost have to. Because I mean, here's the thing. Even if Rocker throws the slider down the middle, it is so tight and it is so hard, pause. It is coming in with so much velocity. You're probably not going to hit it either way. So you might as well just sit on the fastball. And if he's locating sliders, you just have to tip your cap. You just have to. So I agree with you. Sit on the fastball. And I mean, listen, if it's in the zone, that first pitch is probably the best one you're going to see. I mean, I'm torn on it because you want to work the count. But, and again, my buddy Tripp in the chat can relate to this, that, you want to work the count. But just like when he faced our good friend Marty Gant in high school, you don't want to let him get ahead, because once you do that, you're done. It's over. I mean, when our hitters get into 0-2 counts tonight, you just forget it. Just forget it. He's going to throw that. He's going to snap that slider off, and you're just not going to hit it. I mean, bottom line, because it's going to start in the zone, and it's going to look like a fastball 75% of the way until it takes a hard left. Yeah, right. A hard left. So, you want to work the counts, and you want to have these long competitive at-bats. But if he throws you a fastball in the zone in that first pitch, you kind of have to pull the trigger. You really do. Joshua Jenkins, is there any chance, I know I sound crazy saying this, but is there any chance of a sweep? Of South Carolina sweeping? I don't see it. I don't see it. So, Chris Goss, do you agree? I think when we played Mercer, we kind of struggled with him getting some hits. And after that series, it's like we went down. Well, here's the thing. Yes, we struggled in the Mercer series a bit. I thought their pitchers did a good job keeping us off balance. And again, we did not like seeing the sidearm submarine type of style. The next weekend we played Texas. I could have told you the Bats were going to have a rough weekend. You know what I mean? Not maybe as rough as they did, but the competition just jumped up. And then obviously Davidson was inexcusable. So we'll see what happens. I'm not like selling my stock on the South Carolina lineup just yet. Again, I think one of your biggest issues is there are guys that need to snap out of a funk, that need to get going. Brennan Malone is the first name that jumps to my mind. And I will say I'm a Kingston guy. I am, obviously. I like Mark Kingston still, whatever. I am a Kingston guy. I did not understand the decision at all to start Jalen Vasquez. I don't understand what that gives you. I don't understand what that brings you. I mean, I like Vasquez. I think he's a good kid, and I'm glad to see him get some reps. But, dude, Brennan Malone is your guy. You got to roll with him. You got to trust he's going to find it at some point. And he needed the at-bats. And again, Brennan Malone's probably going to be starting tonight. So why would you not give Brennan Malone the at-bats ahead of this game and ahead of the series? I don't know. I didn't understand the decision. Let's jump to the phone lines real quick. Hey, Phil, what's going on, man?
Christopher, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. It's Friday, and we got baseball, and we got March Madness, and we got spring ball starting tomorrow, and, sports are back, so it feels good.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff on the plate to digest here.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to remind everybody once again, I know this is not the Rugby Up show, but Major League Rugby is starting tomorrow, kicking off round number 1. A lot of teams playing tomorrow, vying for the the MLR Shield that they win every year for the final there to crown a champion. So it all starts this weekend. There's going to be games on FS2 and CBS Sports Network. Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing. I wanted to mention that. I'm a rugby evangelist. I love it more than anything in the whole world. So I just wanted to let everybody know. Check it out. You'll love it too. I guarantee it.
What time in the games again?
So I know one of the games got moved back to Sunday. I think that was the first game that they were going to play at 4:00. NOLA and DC were going to play on FS2. So that game has been moved back to, I think, 3:00 on Sunday. But
and this is Major League Rugby, correct?
Yes, sir. Major League Rugby. Houston is playing Seattle at 8 p.m. on CBS Sports Network tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the schedule now. I got it pulled up. So yeah, there's games at like 6, 6:30, 7, 8, 4:00 on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, 5:00, 8.
So
oh yeah.
They're not all nationally broadcast, but they
Right.
are locally broadcast within the market that they're in. I want to say Atlanta has a channel that they're broadcasting on that I'm not familiar with. Maybe you guys down there are. But it's not like FS Sports South or whatever. It's just some random channel that
Right,
you guys
right.
maybe have down there on your cable providers. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but that would probably be the closest one to you folks down there.
Right.
So, but anyways, changing topics real quick here. It's just a shame about Frank, man. I hate it. You've been posting those videos of the highlights of their run to the Final Four. I mean, we beat Duke 4 years ago, not in football.
Today. Yeah, today. That was
basketball,
4 years ago today, man. It's
oh
crazy.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just the memories and the emotions that I was feeling when that was happening, man, that was magical. And it's just a shame that it has just really fallen apart since then. We really had an amazing opportunity after that Final Four where were on Carolina like, oh, maybe maybe I should go here for basketball or whatever it was. There was some magic after that, and it just really fell to pieces.
Well, I mean, heck,
so
you even saw student enrollment increase. I mean, that was just, I mean, going to the Final Four is like, it's great for the basketball program, obviously, but it's, if nothing else, it's a huge commercial for the school. I mean, it's great for the school. Like, it does wonders for you.
I mean, the same thing happened with the Spurrier effect. I mean, I can really put my choices for Carolina up there to Steve Spurrier coming to Carolina. Like,
right.
I got told, but my family has history of playing athletics there at Carolina. But I had a bunch of choices. Like, I couldn't figure out where I wanted to go. And then, Spurrier was announced as the head coach. I was like, well, wait a minute. I should take a look at Carolina a little bit more here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I made the right choice, but that was a big deal for me at the time.
Athletics impacts those decisions, whether people want to admit it or not. It just does, it just does. In a lot of instances. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, it's a shame, man. And I'll say this, if you want to be brutally honest again, I think maybe the problem with Spurrier was the same problem Martin's had, is just you had this success. Granted, Spurrier's was longer, but you had the success, and the problem was you could, for whatever reason, you just couldn't capitalize off it. You couldn't build momentum and kind of keep it going. You know what I mean? Like, it just, and I think that's what's really hard for people, I think, to stomach and to process and yeah, I mean, it just, we are where we are. And I think probably by Monday, the Monday Daily Crow, we're going to be talking about a head coaching search, which is, again, it's still shocking to me. I mean, again, people can assume I want him gone. And I've said it a million times, but it's shocking because I didn't think in any universe after this COVID season, I know Caslen is the dude and he don't give a damn, but even with that, I didn't see it happening. And I mean, it sounds like it's happening, bro. It sounds like it's happening. So
it is surprising. I was shook, when I heard about the news that he's probably gone.
Right.
Again, my whole thing was like, yeah, let's wait until next year. And if he doesn't get into the tournament, we're going to pack his bags for him. But apparently we're doing that soon. It's very odd after the COVID year where, he's been talking about it all year as an excuse. And I figured that everybody, it was talked about so much that it was just an acceptable thing, the university, but apparently not. And here's the thing. Caslen is an athletic guy.
Right.
He played football at Army. He's not some egghead academic guy that they just pulled out of like a library somewhere in the Midwest. This guy wants to win in the big programs. And this is just him showing Frank to the guillotine and saying, put your head right here, pal. You got to win here now. There's no more excuses of, we've been mediocre for so long. Bob Caslen ain't putting up with it, Jack. So if you can't win, you're going to be going.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
What I've hoped for a long time.
Yeah. That's what you have to appreciate about Caslen is he just wants to win. I respect that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it's Caslen. Caslen is, Martin's not his guy and he's trying to make a mark. You know what I mean? Like he's like, you know what? I'm going to make my mark on this athletics department. And he's still pretty new in regards to being the president. So he's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to pull the trigger. So it is what it is. We'll see if it pans out.
We're at the, sorry I had to interrupt, but we're at the top of the hour. So I'll let you go, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Have a good one.
Phil, I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
Cox.
Go Cox. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're rounding it out. Top of the hour. Again, guys, appreciate you all tuning in. We're about to hit 1 o'clock here. Like I said, quick reminder, if you haven't done so, check out the podcast that dropped this morning, episode 404. Brack, getting in the last minute. Brack, what's up, man? Getting in at the last minute. Thank you so much, Brack 1980. HML, yeah. Hey, quick reminder, live stream watch along tonight. We'll go live at 7:15, first pitch at 7:30. It is as it sounds. We'll just be watching South Carolina Vandy game 1. I'll go live again. You guys will see all my thoughts, reactions live in game, and we've had fun doing them, so it should be a good time. And hopefully we'll all get to witness South Carolina take game 1 and beat Kumar Rocker, and we'll have a good Friday night. So again, guys, check out the podcast, check out all the content. Obviously, the content is rolling right now. Yeah, and other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, great week, great show, great week. Been a great week for content, been a great week for everything. Appreciate you guys being flexible with stuff, rolling with the punches. But again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Truly grateful for that because, again, without you guys, none of this would be possible. Justin Martin, thank you so much for the love, man. Hey, appreciate you all tuning in. Again, like I said, do not forget about the live stream watch along tonight and all weekend. Of course, the podcast, all the content, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your Friday. We'll talk to you guys tonight. Appreciate you.